This is the rhythm of the.
Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, guys, we're going to talk about a new blind item that is out. And this blind item is suggesting that Kim Kardashian has been robbing Ye of millions of dollars over the years. Now, as you all know, with blind items, sometimes they're true, sometimes they're so far-fetched like impossible, and another time it is half true. Now, what this blind item is suggesting is that if Ye does end up in a conservatorship, someone need to check the account books for over the years, because Kim Kardashian has been allegedly stealing millions of dollars from Kanye West. Let's talk about it, because while this blind item could be factual, we can't say it's not true, and I have and I have nothing to say it is true either. I can't say it's true, and I can't say it's telling a lie. But what is so questionable on both ends is because we've seen blind items accusing Ye of doing Kim Kardashian the same thing. So basically, from the past, we've seen blind items saying that Ye has robbed millions of dollars from Kim Kardashian, and he used all this money to fuel his addiction and to give other women, like he paid for escorts, those girls, and all of that jazz. And it was so bad to the point wherein Kim Kardashian had to basically let these girls know that, listen, what you're doing, you're ruining my marriage. And not only that, you're taking this advantage of this man, because Kim Kardashian has been hiding his mental illness for years, and she hid it until she was not able to do so anymore. And it is said that during those moments, Ye would just go randomly missing from home. And when they say randomly missing from home, they're not talking about anyone snatching him, kidnapping him, forcing him to do something that he doesn't want to do. Like, Ye is going intentionally missing from home. He would go to the studios and not return back to his family. And it was such a frequent practice that oftentimes that Kim would be scared of what could be going on with Ye. And it is said that, all the odd behaviors are the reason why she basically said to him, you have to see a doctor at this point. Like, if you really want your marriage, you have to see a doctor. Ye saw a doctor, and that is when he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Now, does Ye have bipolar disorder? Definitely. Like, everything checks that he has it. He was pushing back, trying to convince us that he has autism, but he can no longer do that. So he's slowly coming out to admit that yes, he has bipolar. Also, most recently, from one of his Yeezy press release, he admitted that because of his, overusage and long-term and unhealthy usage of nitrous oxide, he has developed permanent, irreversible brain damage. Now, just imagine someone who has bipolar disorder developing, irreversible permanent brain damage. That is something that's going to be pretty hard to deal with. So the point here is that a lot of these things that we see are coming out now. Ye has always been going through these things. The thing is that Kim is amazing at PR, her and her family, and they've hidden it for quite a number of years, just like with Lamar Odom when he was doing drugs and Khloe would hide it from her family until she could not. That is what Kim has been doing for over quite a number of years. She was really trying to save the marriage. Now, the point here is that we don't know whether or not this blind item is true or false, but there's a part of me that believes that it is true. I do believe that money has gone missing from Ye, and I believe that the millions that has gone missing was during the point of him, being in the heights of his Yeezy business, and was just making wild decisions with his money. I believe there was an opportunity for Kim to take a few millions at that point in time, and she took it. And if she did, looking at his lifestyle now, how he basically is reckless with money. He has been reckless with money over the years because at one point in time, he went broke, rich broke, and his wife had to lend him a few millions of dollars. She did loan him the money. He did pay her back, however. So I'm just saying that Ye has always been wild with money. So I do believe that Kim Kardashian did saw an opportunity to seize a few million from him, and she took advantage of that opportunity. But how many millions are we talking about here? That's the question. Does it matter how much she has taken from him? Absolutely not. Looking at everything that is going on with Ye at this point in time, as I've said, how reckless it is, I don't think it matters. No, I'm not saying that it is right to take someone's stuff without their approval. I think it's really out of line. But how I used to judge Kim Kardashian and the things that she does as it relates to Ye, I'm not judging her that harshly anymore. Not after I've seen the shit show that Ye has put on social media. Like, I'm not judging her that harshly anymore because there's so much that has come out since then that proved to the world that Kim was right about a lot of things. Also, what we all can say for everyone who wishes to say it consciously, Ye looked better when he was with Kim. His behavior was better when he was with Kim. And as such, that had to have taken a lot of mental toll, physical toll, and emotional toll on Kim Kardashian. While it is good to be a freelance and while it's good to have freedom of expression, you can't just be going about saying anything about anyone everywhere that you want to, because Ye is not only just saying stuff, he's hurting people in the process, including his daughter. And then his daughter and the other kids, they're going to have to move on to forgive him, because the fact of the matter is, if the guy doesn't know any better, how is he going to do any better, right? If the guy is sick, if the guy has clearly a mental problem, is there anything to hold against him, So that's why I say that when it comes to his kids, I'm really empathetic about what they're going through with him, and the fact that they're going to have to be the ones to deal with all of this after. People can stay on the internet and you can cheer him on with his BS and the nonsense, but at the end of the day, it's going to be the kids who have to deal with all of that, the good, the bad, and the indifference. And as such, I cannot cheer on the horrible things that Ye is doing. And again, yes, I find it horrible that people believe that and are saying that Ye can say whatever he wants, and they're saying whatever he does, they're going to support him. But when someone does or gives back Ye the same energy, the same people who thinks that Ye should be able to speak freely, they don't appreciate when another person speaks freely. Like, how does that even make sense? Ye can declare violence against everyone. And when someone calls him out for his BS, you're going to say that person should not be speaking on Ye, because if they do, they're going to get their karma. Like, make it make sense. Like, make common sense great again. So, I'm just saying, looking at the shit show of a mess that Ye has put on since he has been away from the Kylie Jenner umbrella, the Kylie Jenner umbrella at this point looks like the most befitting thing for Ye. It looks like the most suitable thing for Ye, because that is when Ye was at his best. That is when Ye was on the cream of his crop, okay? Being under that Kylie Jenner umbrella looks good on Ye. This shit show, ever since he's been with Bianca, because Bianca definitely gives enabler vibe, and I can understand why, because if you look at what is going on with Cassie, I can't imagine things with Kanye and Bianca to be that far off, and he has practically told us at one point that they're the next Diddy and Cassie. So even if it's not Diddy and Cassie a full 100, it's at least somewhere between mid-ground, so at least 50%. And when you're looking at 50%, that's a huge, 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 huge disadvantage for both people because there's no advantage here. Both of them are enabling bad behaviors. Both of them are caught in a toxic mess that is and cycle that is basically ruining their image and reputation. The internet doesn't want to see Kanye and Bianca anymore. Normally, when Bianca steps out, oh my God, she's naked. What else? Show us something new. And then after that statement, you'll find people saying, but she looks good, her body looks good. No, people are giving Bianca the throw up emoji, something that never used to happen. People are giving Kanye the throw up emoji, something that never used to happen. And you know who is seeing all of this and recognizing all of this? Kanye, because now he's on a forgiveness world tour. I love all people. I'm no longer an anti-Semite. I'm no longer racist. Like, keep that, dude. Keep that. Keep that to yourself. Because you're gonna say all kind of shit, but you ain't gonna do all kind of shit to prove that you're not that, you know? Because that's what he has been doing for the past couple of years. Going off on people when he gets cornered and when he's held accountable, he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I love everyone. You know, that shit ain't flying anymore. It's just not flying. So, my point is, looking at a shit show of a mess yesterday, like Kim deserved whatever she took and a whole lot more because like Bianca ain't it. I think that Bianca could possibly be the worst thing that has happened to Kanye West in a long while. And I say it without any apology. Kanye is also a grown man and he has to be held accountable for his own actions. And I think that everything that Bianca has done is because Ye has groomed her to do it. I believe Ye has groomed Bianca to be an enabler on his part. I believe that he has been using psychology on that little girl and coupled with already existing bad behavior that she may have had. He took disadvantage of her vulnerability. He took disadvantage of her youth because he doesn't want anyone to be on the same level as him when it comes to life experiences and wisdom, because normally those are the people that calls him out for his BS and ensures that he looks into himself and try to do better. He doesn't want someone in his same age group because those people challenge him to do better and to do better and not ruin his legacy. He doesn't want that. So he's going to pay Bianca whatever he can to ensure she sticks around because she somewhat enables his behavior. I'm just saying that because that's what I see from the outside looking in. Until things changes, I won't be able to change my statement. So if things change, of course, if the weather change, I have to adjust my sail and flow with the weather. And the weather has changed and I'm adjusting my sail and it's telling me that Ye look better under the Kylie Jenner umbrella. And that's all I have to say about that for this video. Let me know. Do you agree or disagree? Why do you agree? Why don't you agree? Leave a comment below. Peace.